Wind down.
All right, so what you trying to chat about next?
Yo, we should talk about this.
I mean, it is time for the wind down.
That's cool, but after that, I need some advice.
Let's wind down with the Wine Night podcast.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Wrap it up then.
Huh?
Wrap it up then.
Wrap it up then. Let's wind down. Do you not remember that?
Yeah.
You don't remember how to do it? It's like you dead ass?
No clue what you're talking about.
Wow, I don't even know what the name of it is, but we had to do it in gyms sometimes. It was like this real stupid dance to get people moving. It was on Jimmy Neutron. You didn't watch Jimmy Neutron?
I did.
You don't remember the movie where they was doing the little chicken dance and then all the parents got kidnapped and shit? And when they found them, they was doing like this weird ass like, wow, where's your childhood? My God. Okay. I don't have a wind down this week. I don't have one. I don't have anything.
It's supposed to be our shorter episode anyway, so shit.
It is, but we have to literally wind down. It's time for the wind down. Oh, okay, actually, you know what? Let's have our wind down be something a little controversial. So a lot of people talked about like Black Lives Matter, right? And they talked about like how important it is to not say like wine, or I said wine, all lives matter, excuse me. Mm-hmm. And so 9/11 just passed a couple of days ago. And so a lot of people decided to hashtag all buildings matter to try and get some people who are part of all lives matter to understand how controversial their stance is. For a lot of people, it didn't really work. But for a lot of people, it did. But I kind of wanted to see like how you felt about that, being that it is such a like sensitive topic. People lost their lives, but some people thought that it was a really great learning tool. What do you think?
I think it was in the right place. I mean, what's the difference between the two? Both. I mean, white people killing black people in the street are terrorists. So what's the difference?
I think some people just felt as if because this was such a humongous, like monumental moment, that it wasn't right to tarnish that with something as sarcastic as all buildings matter, right? But then some people also had the idea that how else do we reach you if not through things that matter to you the most, right? So there are some people who regard like 9/11 to be one of the worst things that has happened that they have been a part of, right? But there were a lot of Black people and people of color that said like, hey, when you kill us in the street, we have to relive this every single day. Like we have more Black people and people of color who are dying by the hands of police than we did in that one terrorist attack. Like racism kills more people exponentially more than what happened the day of 9/11 so many years ago. So a lot of people just had a lot to say. I know my friend groups have talked about it a lot. So I wanted to know if your friend groups got a hold of it and like what you thought about that.
No, like we didn't really talk about it. I only heard about it through you. But what I will say is just like those buildings being hit and coming down and everything like that and how it, rocked my city and everything like that still doesn't compare to 400 years of enslavement and constant disenfranchisement and all those things like that. And the only reason I'm comparing those two is because people still just don't get it. And we have to get to that point now where we got to hit you where it hurts and you just don't get it. It don't matter how we explain it to you. You don't get it. So you know what? If you're going to hurt us, then we have to just start hurting you until you get it. And I'm all for an eye for an eye. I'm all for doing whatever it takes. Because at this point, like, we aren't seen as human. We aren't seen as, we aren't respected. So I have no need or desire to respect anybody else. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make sure you get it.
Yeah, I guess that's like one of those things where it's like by any means necessary, right? Like if you can downplay our stuff, then I guess we can downplay yours too. I felt the weight of both of them, right? Like being I know you don't think I'm a New Yorker, but I am from New York, and I remember being very terrified, like, that day, because it's like, are they only going to hit this one place? Are they going to hit multiple places? Like, what's happening? Like, are we going to be under attack forever? Is this a new war? Like, I was very young, so my mind, traveled to the most extremes, but also my mind travels to the most extremes every day, just being Black. If I ride past a police officer, are you going to stop me? If you do stop me, am I going to die because of something as small as like a traffic turn? RIP to Sandra Bland. Are you going to pull me over and choke me out on the street? RIP to George Floyd. Are you going to, is anybody that just thinks that I'm intimidating going to run up on me and take my life? Like, RIP to Trayvon Martin. So it's just one of those things that I felt very heavy about, because people's lives are being lost. And it kind of sucks that Black Lives Matter has to be something political. But I also understand that if this is the only way we can reach a lot of people, I guess you got to take the victory with some bruises. But okay. All right. That's all I got.